life, the workplace dramas, the family moments, and those everyday challenges that test our patience and creativity. So let's dive into the stories that remind us just how complicated adulting can be, like not even understanding your own show flow. We've only been doing this 200, what is it, 86 times before this. You think we know what we're doing.
We kind of do.
Hey, everybody has those days. It's actually late night tonight. So there's
are.
That's been a while. So it's good to have that back. I'm better at it at late nights than I am in the afternoons, by the way.
Well, maybe we'll make this our usual routine.
Well, as long as you hang out with this routine, it's fine by me.
Well, let's see what happens.
First we show up, and then we see what happens. Yeah, that's how it works. All right. So let's start. What are we starting off with tonight, my love?
Okay, this one. Coworker keeps reporting me to HR because she thinks my handwriting is hostile. She feels unsafe reading his handwriting.
No, she's creating a hostile work environment to you. So what your response here is actually quite simple. You report her for a hostile work environment. This is clearly harassment.
Ooh.
No one gets scared of somebody because they've got bad handwriting or nice handwriting. You might become intimidated by someone who's got
he writes really fast, apparently, he says.
Yeah.
She says it's aggressive.
Yeah, I write really fast. And you know what people complain about? I can't read this. So I have to do it again. Or I just type it out and print it, which is really what normally happens. But yeah, this is just harassment is what she's engaging in. She's actually engaging in a harassment, pretending to be the victim. So you respond to this the same way. My guess is the work isn't taking this all that seriously.
Oh, yes, they are.
Oh, well, then your response is to file your own harassment complaint. This is clearly harassment. How is my handwriting, which is just something I do? I don't think about it. I just write.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this other person's probably a routine complainer. So use the same system. Now she's harassing you because of how you write. This is how I write. What are you talking about?
Writing. I don't know how writing can be aggressive. I don't get it.
Well, I can understand if you don't know somebody well and they're coming in and they're writing something and then they're writing something really quick and you don't know that this is their normal behavior, that you could think that they're upset or something and maybe they're upset with you. I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But that could only last a week or so before you realize, oh, he just writes like that. It's not, he always looks angry when he writes. It's just what it is. It's not actually angry. It just looks that way or sounds that way or whatever.
Yeah.
It is. You become normalized to that relatively quickly, as you understand. So this lady's just harassing because of whatever reason, personal vendettas.
She wants her way.
Yeah. Or she's someone who is trapped in the victim mindset.
Ooh.
The whole world revolves around her. And, there's a story about this. If we covered culture, there's a story banging around the internet these days that we could cover. Some DoorDash, and I could actually, it is kind of work. Okay, some lady DoorDash driver had a delivery late at night, just a normal Jack in the Box or something, right? And she come up to a duplex, and the door on the duplex wasn't completely closed, so she could see that there was someone inside there. The instructions were to leave the stuff at the door, right? She proceeds to open the door. She sees there's some guy in his house, passed out drunk, with his pants and stuff down around the ankles. So she walks into the house, records it, puts it on TikTok, and puts it on TikTok, sends a complaint to DoorDash. So, of course, DoorDash fires her. He just deactivates her account because you can't have people walking into people's houses, recording them passed out on this thing. She calls the cops on the poor guy who's just drunk too much out with his friends that night, came home, ordered food, forgot he ordered food, as you do when you're drunk. Took care of his, normally manly business. And we live in a house that the doors don't always close all the way, right?
Yeah.
So it was an old house. You can see on the video, it's not a new house. So it's an old house. You know, doors don't always close all the way. You think they're closed, especially when you're drunk. You think you close that thing. Didn't close all the way. It's open a little bit. So now she's in trouble for disseminating all kind. Yeah, she's facing 2 or 3 felonies, a potential 8 years in jail.
And I don't think she deserves that.
No, she won't get 8 years in jail. She'll get 6 months and 5 years probation or something like that. It's her first offense type thing. But she's all, I'm the victim. You ain't a victim of nothing.
Nothing.
You ain't a victim of nothing but the fact that you have a victim mindset. Yeah. She created the whole circumstance, and her first video cut out the part that she opened the door herself, but the dude had a Ring camera. And so his Ring camera shows that his door was closed and she pushed it open and then walked in. So her whole story fell apart. And now she's facing felony charges. And yeah.
We live in a complicated world. But that was poor judgment on her part.
Yes. Well,
what I would have done was I would have left the food and shut the door all the way so the guy would be safe, passed out on the floor, and I would photograph nothing.
As someone who has done this type of work, you do nothing. You leave the food at the floor, you take it, and you walk away. You don't know why that door is open. He may be having his buddy come by or his girlfriend's coming by and is right, and he left the door propped open for them. You have no idea what their intentions is. You don't touch jack squat. You put it down, you walk away. It's what you do.
Follow instructions. Yeah.
What happens on the other side of that door is called none of your business. Right? Your business ends at that doorstep, right? That threshold. Put your food down, you walk away. It's none of your business.
Yeah.
You have no idea what their intentions were or were not. So you follow the instructions, leave it at the door. So in terms of, man, and back to this one, yeah, you just follow the same pattern she does. Back to HR. You go back to HR, start documenting everything. Whenever you start getting into HR, you document everything. And, you know, it's one of these things. If the HR is actually taking this kind of thing seriously, I'd be looking for another job just because why would I want to take work someplace that's going to take this seriously?
Yeah.
But these days, that's easier said than done. So cover your back, start looking for something that has a better culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Management asked for donations to buy multimillionaire boss a Christmas present. How can I decline? They're asking for $25 from everybody for their multimillionaire boss.
Well, okay. The fact that he can buy his own presents and stuff is not actually the point. That's not the point of a Christmas. You don't not buy someone because they have a lot of money. If your aunt has a lot of money, it's not, you don't skip buying her something. Maybe you buy her something more personal rather than expensive, you know? So separate the fact that your boss is a multimillionaire from the fact that whether you do or do not want to participate in this thing. How much money he does or doesn't have has nothing to do with whether you guys want to get together and give them a gift. And again, how much you give depends on how big the company is.
I'd give 5.
Yeah. If it's a big company, you give 5. If it's a relatively small one, 25 isn't unreasonable. If there's 10 people, everybody kick in $25 to get a custom engraved plaque to thank him for. Maybe he's otherwise a good boss. She's just mad because he's a multimillionaire. Doesn't mean he's not a good boss.
Yeah.
Clearly he's a good boss. Some people think this is a good idea. Let's buy them something.
Yeah.
But this is not a job requirement, right? It's not like this is somebody who wants to buy a boss who is, no one wants to put together a Christmas gift for their boss if he sucks. You just don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Now, there is the question whether buying a gift for your boss is appropriate. Now, a group gift for the boss is far more appropriate than an individual gift for your boss.
Yeah.
Even though there are gifts that you can buy for your boss that are appropriate. If, as long as other people don't necessarily know. I mean, if you've got a gift exchange at work and stuff, that's fine. You're the one who gets stuck having to buy a gift for your boss. God, that would suck. You know,
You get chocolate.
you get the Secret Santa, right? You know, oh crap, what am I gonna buy for this moron? Jesus. But sometimes, like you're out shopping for other people and you see something that you happen to personally know your boss was looking for. Or in my case, a couple of years ago, I bought my boss a gift. We had been talking and she'd been going through a lot. And there was this phrase she had said, and I happened to see a coffee cup or something goofy with that phrase on it. I said, oh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought that for her. It wasn't
Uh-huh.
it was a coffee cup. It was less than $10 or something like
Uh-huh.
10, $15, something like that. It was not a big gift, but it was, hey, she's going to want that. She'll get to look at it and see it and be reminded
Yeah.
of the,
Yeah.
So there's times when they're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time getting.
This was a big company, and they asked for $25 donations from everybody for a group gift
Okay, but everybody from the whole company or from a
from the
specific,
whole company.
or a specific gift, because it's a big company. You're talking 1,000 people giving 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, screw that. You're getting $5. Because at that many people, you don't need a lot of money from any individual to get an appropriate gift.
Yeah.
There's no need for it. Your multimillionaire boss doesn't need a big gift. He needs a gift that's meaningful.
Yeah. I like the plaque thing.
There's something about it. It could be, a set of skis. If he likes to go skiing and you get him some skis with the company logos or something goofy that he didn't expect. It doesn't have to be a big or a lot. It just has to be something that's meaningful.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't need $250,000 to do that. You can do that with a couple $100.
Yeah.
And if you want to do something higher class, you can do that with 1,000. And if you're trying to deliberately spend more than that, then you're usually barking up the wrong tree.
I agree.
And if not, then go look for the investors to pop in rather than the employees.
Ooh,
Make sure you ask the investors to.
that's a good one.
Because if the investors are making money, they're the ones who should be buying him the Christmas presents. So, yeah, include the investors. All right.
Okay, this is heartbreaking. I am disabled and my partner is too uncomfortable with me using mobile aids. What to do next?
Find a new partner.
New partner, dude. I said, honey, I'm sorry. This is not the man for you. He's gonna. No, this is only gonna get worse.
Yeah, some people can't. And here's the thing: I'm not going to throw them under the. Some people simply can't handle what it takes to deal with somebody who is disabled, and asking them to is wrong. And so here's the thing: you know that he doesn't have the makeup to deal with what you have to deal with, and that's part of what you need as a partner in life.
You need someone who can walk with you.
Yeah, who's prepared to, for the different type of life you're going to have to lead.
Yeah.
And if he's not prepared to do it, then he's not prepared to do it. We all have our flaws. Not all of us have the intestinal fortitude to go through those difficult days repeatedly. That it will take.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day is an extra challenge. And for the disabled person, it's just every day.
Mm-hmm.
But for the person who's abled, it's an extra challenge because you're having to do things that you wouldn't normally. You're having to take on extra responsibilities. And, if you love somebody, 7 out of 10 times you're willing to do that. But sadly, 3 out of 10 times, there's those people just don't have it in them. It's not in their makeup, and asking them to do so is just as wrong. Because neither one of you are going to be happy or satisfied. So This is one of those times if you care about something and somebody, you let them go. Sadly.
There's someone out there for you that is a little more realistic to your needs and can be there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's my suggestion. Don't blame him for it. Just accept it as, it's like you don't get mad at the wind. It just is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, and you go on about your life. So sad, but it's the cold, hard reality of life. And we all have to face it at times. Hopefully, she's only 24, so she didn't waste too much of her life in a relationship that, look at the good side. You didn't waste too much time in your life in a relationship that was going to let you down at the worst possible time because they couldn't take it.
You want to avoid that.
Yeah. I mean, we all want to avoid that, but
you get a choice.
Yeah, sadly, most of us don't follow the big signs that tell us this is going to come in the future. We see that. Hey, what's that? I'm going to ignore that. You have the opportunity to not ignore that. Ignore the sign.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay. My boss accused me of quiet firing him, and he's the boss. How do I reassure him?
Okay, what?
The boss thinks she's out to get him fired.
Oh, so he thinks that she's tanking?
Yeah.
Essentially. And
he calls it quiet firing.
Well, it's like the quiet quitting thing where you essentially only do, or they call quiet quitting is essentially you do the exact bare minimum to not get fired. They call that quiet quitting for some reason. We just used to call that doing the bare minimum to not get fired. I just go in and do my job and go home. I don't care about anything else. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they have a term for that, and they think they invented that stuff. Call it quiet quitting and thought they invented it. Dude, that's been around since ancient Egypt, at least. I don't know what your people are talking about. But anyway, what is happening is your boss isn't getting the output from his team that he needs. And rather than looking in the mirror and saying, what could I do better? Or gathering your team, a better question, gathering your team together and going, okay, what can we do better?
Mm-hmm.
And starting with that team, what can I do better to help you guys accomplish your goals? Which is how I would accomplish, which is how I would go, hey guys, we're not even anywhere close. What the heck's going on? What's wrong? Is it me?
Mm-hmm.
What can I do? Am I screwing you guys up? What's holding us up? And you sit down and you have that conversation. Now, they may not have all the perspectives, but you're at least going to know what they're thinking. And so, why is he picking on you? I don't know, maybe because you're not doing as well as you used to. Or maybe he thinks of you as the theoretical replacement.
Ooh, that's an option.
Right?
Yeah.
You are the most competent person on the team, and so they're going to move him and turn to you because you are the obvious choice at the moment. At least in an interim manner, if not permanent. Which sucks to be the interim person. Hey, you want you to do this job while we look for someone else to do this job. If I'm good enough to do it for a short period of time, am I
You're
not
good enough to hire me?
Except you're not. You may not have management skills. You may be great at the job, but actually running the team, doing the reporting to HR, take all that other nonsense and networking and working with other departments, you may not be suited for that. Or maybe you're suited for a part of it. Maybe it's an opportunity for them to reevaluate how structure is. But either way, he's not comfortable. Your boss is currently not comfortable in his position for whatever reason. you are his competition for whatever reason. And so your way you deal with this is say, okay, so what's going on and how do we fix it?
Yeah.
Forget the thing. Just say, okay, so what's going on? Why are you stressed? What are they coming down on you for? Are we not hitting our numbers? Are we not hitting our goals? And let's figure out how to fix it. You become your boss's solution to the problem rather than his potential enemy.
Yeah.
And then if he won't take that, then you become his replacement because he's not qualified to do the job. Because sometimes you do have to train your boss, right? It sucks to have to do it.
You do
And
have to train your boss sometimes.
Sometimes you have to train your boss.
Oh, man.
And it is what it is. He has other skills,
And I
right?
remember standing there going, I don't get paid enough for this.
But they have other skills, right?
Yeah.
They have other skills, and so you've got to train them on certain ones. And so the skill you may need to be training them on is, how to run a team. And so you may need to show him how to sit down with him first, say, okay, what's going on? Why are you so stressed? And
Yeah, what's happening here?
what's happening here?
Mm-hmm.
And let's solve it. Let's gather the team and solve it then.
Yeah.
If there's a production problem, let's gather the team and solve it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you can't do that, then you want to be his replacement, or you do want him fired. And so, but become his helper rather than his potential enemy.
Yeah. There you go.
And on the plus side of that, in doing so, if he is not capable, then you are showing that you are ready to take the lead of the team and you can be his replacement. So it actually serves two purposes. You are showing your boss that you're willing to be the team member. You're not looking for his job, but you're also showing the people above your boss that, if this moron can't get out of his own way, then I'm here to do it. So, hey man, you can do both. You can take care of yourself and your boss and your team at the same time. So, all right, what's next?
Have you had a really great idea to make your work easier, but not sure how to present it to your managers? I was always the one, do it and ask permission later.
Well, there's some of that. But document that you did it.
Yeah.
So that someone else can't steal your idea. Right. And then, there's official channels and unofficial channels. And this is one of those things where, depending upon the scope, if it's something relatively small, then, hitting it with official channels quickly is relatively easy. It's small, no one cares, right? If you try it, you try it. If you don't, you don't. Part of this is knowing the culture as well. Some cultures are more open to trying things. Other cultures, we're going to have to check with IT. We're going to have to check with HR. We're going to have to check with, to make sure you're not tripping over anybody else's toes in the process. So there's a lot of, it depends in this. But start with your closest manager and you say, hey, I want to try a test on this. Can I have permission to use, I guess, how many hours it would be to run a test? And guess a little longer than you think it's going to take.
Okay.
One, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to take longer than you think for the test, just because you're trying not to screw things up.
Yeah.
And which means then you're going to run into problems that you didn't anticipate and you're going to have to work through them. But 2, if you happen to go as smoothly as you think, now you're looking more like a genius. So there's a number of things to do that. So maybe if you've got time, run the test yourself so that you have some data. Explain why you're doing it, what problem it solves. Make sure you have it. What problem is it actually solving? Because changing things takes time, takes money, takes investment. Even a relatively simple process takes time, money, and investment. What problem is it solving? It's saving me 3 hours a week. Hey, that's a problem. All right. What problem is it? It's not annoying me. Well, I pay you to be annoyed sometimes, so just deal with it, right? I don't care. I'm not sending a bunch of people running down rabbit holes to change processes so you're less annoyed.
Mhm.
Saves you an X number of hours a week. That's tangible.
Save you money.
Yeah, well,
Or it's an asset to the customers.
it's an asset to the customers. It's
Yeah.
opportunity cost. You now have more time to work on other things.
Yes.
So make sure you understand what problem it's solving, and make sure
Okay.
that's a tangible problem, something
Okay.
that your bosses can understand. And then if you need help in like creating a presentation or something, just ask your favorite AI to do it.
Okay.
There's a lot of them that will do it.
Okay.
Paste in your information. It creates the cards and everything for you. And boom, you're done. Okay.
How did your parents meet your partner's parents? 4 years with no meeting. Well, let's see.
Well, let's be clear.
I mean,
There's no real necessary.
why would they do that?
Well,
I mean,
it was more traditional in the past than it is now.
yeah.
In the past, at least before a wedding, everybody would kind of get together and you meet each other's families.
But they're just still dating.
Well, clearly they're more than just dating.
Yeah. Yeah.
She said her partner.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
No. She said her partner.
Oh, yeah.
She said partner.
She did. Okay.
So
they're partners.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But this is one of those things where you either deliberately make it opportunity to get together and you
have a dinner, my dear.
Have a dinner party. Or you just worry about it and let it happen when it happens. At some family reunion, out camping sometime or whatever some family tradition is, somebody has vacation that same time and you happen to come up and woohoo, it's all kind of natural and just let these things happen.
I say have a dinner party if it's bugging you.
If it's bugging you, then get it over with, right?
Yeah.
Just rip the band-aid out, create an opportunity.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah. And do it before people get, too old.
Before it gets too far down the path. Yeah.
They're 23 and 26.
Don't wait for the kids to show up. The babies to show up.
I don't think it matters as much these days as it used to. I mean, 4 years with no meeting isn't a big deal. You've met their parents, right? I'm assuming
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They get the boyfriend gets along great with hers.
Nope.
She calls him boyfriend.
Yeah, well, there's no real reason to go out of your way to have the parents meet each other, and except when you're actually officially kind of tying the knot.
Do you live together?
I mean,
I don't know if they live together. I'm assuming they do.
I mean, I can understand she's more traditional, conservative type, culturally anyway, and she just wants to then get it over with.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's no overwhelming need to do it, right? I mean, I suppose that the parents could like each other and go bowling and whatnot and do all those things, play shuffleboard and all those various things that people do. But do you care if they do or not? Really? I suppose it'd be nice, but you've gone 4 years without them needing to meet each other. I don't see how it would change or not. It just seems to me that she's the only one worried about it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Perfectly good reason to get it over with.
Yeah.
But I don't see the need to overwhelmingly I don't see the overwhelming need to do it.
I do.
Other than her. The need to do
it's her.
Oh, the overwhelming her. No.
Yeah. Her feelings are valid.
Yeah. Her
and
feelings
that's
are
all
perfectly
she
valid.
needs.
But there's no one else has any expectations, I'm assuming.
No, and don't think they will.
Don't think they care.
No, don't. But to her, it means something.
Because these parents, I don't need no more new friends. What am I doing? It's just
Can we wait for the grandbabies?
Yeah.
We'll meet at the breast.
How about when you guys plan a wedding, then we can meet. So I don't know.
Have a dinner party. It's been 4 years.
What was that movie?
Get it over with.
The Marriage Trap? Was it?
I don't know. I
Oh
never saw
no,
that
you
one.
what? No, you do see this one. The one with Steve Martin and his daughters getting married.
Oh,
Parents-
Father of the Bride.
Yeah, one of those things. Yeah.
They were getting married. Yeah, they met at the house, and yeah,
See,
him complaining the whole way. Why do we have to be in-lawed? What does that mean? Are we legally responsible for them?
So there's that.
Yeah, there's all that. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. This is the last life question.
Okay.
Got promoted, then immediately told I can't speak in meetings anymore. She was told it would intimidate others because she's so forthright. She gives a lot of information.
Well, here's the thing. You, generically speaking, unless you've been brought in to deliberately change culture or solve problems, you do want to settle into your job. You sit down, shut up, and observe for the first, couple weeks at least. You don't know what to fix until you can see it operate.
Mhm.
So you observe. But maybe they're telling you something that you can work on. Maybe your personal skills, your interpersonal skills need a little bit of tweaking. It's perfectly fine to be forthright and to give a lot of information, but you shouldn't make people want to go running out of the rooms crying. There's a difference there. You can tell people lots of bad news and bad things. You can even tell them they're completely incompetent and without them, being intimidated by you. Bob, we really need to pick up your side of the weight on this project this next couple weeks. It's the team really needs you to pull through. What you're telling him is, Bob, you're a slacker. Get your ass on it, but you can manage. You see how I can manage to do these things. So learn some interpersonal skills would be my suggestion. The long term, but in the short term, eyes and ears open, mouth shut for a little while.
Yeah.
There's of course, there is that one part of you that likes the fact that you intimidate others, and don't lie and tell me there isn't.
Secretly.
Yeah. That's such a good. Ooh, I intimidated. People are afraid of me. Yeah, that's nice.
Maybe they'll do what I say.
Really, that's nice. Okay, so life throws us curveballs, but it also teaches us resilience. Let's carry those lessons forward as we move through our lives. Have a good night, and please remember to love everybody.
Good night.